Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And as you know, it's another Wednesday Night Live, and it's members only chat, but everybody else worldwide can watch. Tonight, are you investing in your future? It's time to monetize yourself, and we have to talk about it. If you missed today's video, you can monetize yourself by investing, but we're talking about monetizing yourself besides investing tonight. And of course, as always, on this live streams, we're going to talk about investing under the normal circumstances with the crypto and with the stocks. We're going to talk about it all because Stop Struggling Now means we have to make money, right? Got to have money, get money from somewhere to invest. So what resources do we have? Who's the asset? We're going to talk about it tonight. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear, hoodie, check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right. Welcome, everybody, for the Wednesday night live stream. I want to thank you for being here. And remember, tonight, if you're trying to send messages, Wednesday nights are members only. How do you become a member? You go to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page and hit the join button, or on your mobile device, you'll see a join button underneath the chat. So I want to welcome Richard Reynoso in the house on the Wednesday night live stream. I want to thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for that icon next to your name. I appreciate that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, first, a couple of announcements. Friday Night Live, we'll have Celsius Network, Zach Wilds on. So he'll be here to answer your questions and my questions and talk about Celsius Network. And of course, I'm excited about Celsius Network and what they do. So it's perfect. So we'll have him in the house, in the wild, so to speak. Play on his name, because it won't be their live stream. It'll be my live stream. This will be awesome. All right. And what else we're going to talk about? Oh, authorized AG Jewelers. All right. I talked with the guys today, and bad news, good news, bad news, whatever you want to call it. But the reality of the situation is there's nothing new to report. And the reason why there's nothing new to report is because the credit bureaus aren't forthcoming. They aren't saying what is wrong. They've sent them messages, called up, did whatever they can do. No response, talking about they're doing something internal, but ultimately nothing they're coming out with to help get this situation resolved. So it was no surprise about my jewelers and the TransUnion information. So I have a feeling credit changes, alterations occur. That's how you have a FICO 4, a FICO 8, a FICO 10, and a FICO resilience index. It changes over time, so maybe they're doing some changes and they don't want to share. But anyhow, there's nothing new to report, so that's why there's nothing coming out. So let's talk about it. Let's see. Hello, Eric, everyone. Let's load up with the money. Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here on the Wednesday Night Live. All right. So tonight, invest in your future. On Friday night, invest in your future. Either way, this is the greatest transfer of wealth happening right now before your eyes. And if you can't participate, well, maybe you got a lifeline, because Congress just approved the $1,400 per person. Well, I say per person, but not all of us are going to be getting any $1,400. But for all those of you who will receive the $1,400, congratulations. You'll be able to pay off some bills, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to invest in some cryptocurrency or stocks where down the road you could make a little bit of extra money. And we'll see what happens with that. So that should be helping out the marketplace, meaning stocks and crypto. Since they passed it today, I expect green lights ahead for stocks and crypto. And especially in the next about 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 4 weeks, when it gets in the hands of the people, there'll be another uptick in the stock market because millions of dollars will be flowing in. All right, we got to get that money is right. But first, tonight, what I'm going to do is, I don't have Miss Learn and Earn in the building. Joshua Felder's not in the building tonight, but we're still going to talk about something that they like to do. We're going to monetize ourselves, but we're going to need a little bit of money. What I'm going to talk about tonight is something I talked about before, because we have to make money, and there's such a thing as arbitrage. And with arbitrage, what you can do is a simple scenario that we've used before. There's something on sale or clearance at Walmart. You go down to Walmart, go to the clearance section, you have your phone with you, and you buy the clearance item because you know it's worth 3, 5, 10 times more on the open market. You have your phone, you look it up, and then you use a credit card that gives you cash back. To add insult to the injury for the store, you're getting cash back for a clearance item, which means it costs you even a little bit less. You get to make a little bit more profit. And then you go around and go to offer up. Well, they merge what Let Go Offer Up is merged. You go to Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or any other place that you can market these items because you know you bought them at rock bottom prices and you know there's a way you can sell it. So that's what we call arbitrage. So that's a way you can monetize yourself while you're at home, while you're anywhere, while you're on vacation, because once you have the product, then you can put it up for sale. You can have the money as soon as somebody says, I'll buy it. So that's one way we can talk about it. So tonight, I'm going to talk about something else. I'm going to show you on the screen, though. And it's along those same lines, because you have to remember Walmart, Amazon, Target, all these companies, they have returns. They have people who just simply say, I don't want it anymore. It doesn't work for whatever reasons. They have returns. What do they do with returns? Well, sometimes they send them to liquidation centers in pallets. Well, here we go. You can make it simple on yourself. This is liquidation.com. And as you can see here, they're going to have lot sizes, and here's the lots, and you bid on the lots. They kind of tell you what it is. You kind of have an idea of MSRP, but of course you do your own due diligence, just like if you were doing your own due diligence with stocks or crypto or any other business. You figure out how much profit you can make on what you buy and what you plan on selling. So your wholesale and retail price. So here we're looking for wholesale prices at liquidation.com. So if I know I can sell, I don't know how many noise canceling headphones, but of course, I guess we can do this since it's live. If you click on here, then it'll tell you about how many the lot size is. So they're saying the MSRP is $17.49. Right now it's up to $370. The auction closes tomorrow. So this gives you an idea, and they give you the numbers. Unit highlights include, it's in Garland, Texas. You're going to have to pay for the shipping unless you can go pick it up and you're near Garland. But here it is, $8.95 pounds per lot, dimensional 4025. All right, so you get an idea of what's in this lot, the value of the lot according to them. You're going to have to do your own. Here's a manifest over here for you, and this is at liquidation.com. All right, so now you just have to go find out how much. Once you read the manifest, you can find out if this is worth selling because you have all your options: eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, Facebook, Marketplace, and offer up, let go. You have options. And that's how simple you can flip these items. And again, I'm not saying that that's what you want to do, but everybody has their own way of investing, own way of monetizing themselves. And so that's not the only one. So that's liquidation.com. But as you guys know, there's a ton of companies that have went out of business in America and around the world. So there's lots and lots of liquidation lots available. And this place is called simplelots.com. That's right, simplelots.com. View newly listed lots. Okay. Let's go view this. Here again, $100 per lot, 300 beauty mystery box, 135, 550. So you can see brand women's clothing, fake nails, fingers, TJ Maxx is in the mix, lot mossy oak Bowie knives in the mix. So again, something, if you're into buying and selling, this is something that anybody can do. This does not take rocket science. The only rocket science that's required is mathematics, because you have to buy low at wholesale and sell high as you can. And you need to know what you can sell these items for. So that's why you have to do a little bit of research, because it does you no good to buy an item for $10 knowing full well it can only sell for $15 maximum. Your best case scenario, that's not a good deal. You don't want to do that. You always want to be, if you can be, you want to be, I like 5-to-1 minimums. Some people will say 3-to-1. So in other words, for every dollar, I want to sell it for $3. So if I bought it for $5, sell it for $15. People will be happy with that margin. Some people buy for $5, sell for $10. But I like higher margins. And the higher margin items are usually like electronics. It could be also beauty industry. That's usually jewelry, beauty, handbags, things of this nature. These are items that usually get you a high retail number, and you get a better profit. All right. So that's simplelots.com. Now, I blew it because I had one more, and that's going to be 888lots.com. So we're going to have that for you as well. So you can see and these aren't the only ones. You'll find out in your own neighborhood, there's probably somebody getting pallets and then they resell it. In fact, that is another vehicle. There's people that get the lots from these locations and they actually store them in like a warehouse or a storage or U-Haul. When they get the lots in, they publicize it on Facebook, offer up and let go and say, hey, I'm selling the lots at these prices. Or they'll pick out, we have 10 or 20 of these, and then start selling them as a lot. So then that way, instead of them selling them singly, they're selling them all together. All right. So think about it. There's ways that you can turn something that you're not even thinking about that you can buy. And as you can see, we're here on 888 Lots, and they have home and gardens. They have a ton of things. You can see it's sports equipment, electronics, mobile devices, automotive, toys, and babies. So if you are familiar with the certain sector of a business, then you can take advantage of this, because you'll have an upper hand. You'll know what the better product is versus an inferior product. All right. So hopefully everybody gets that. Now let's talk about it. Let's see what we got going on tonight. All right. We have more people. Melody Bonita, great evening. I love monetizing more. Melody Bonita, the 21 streams of income woman. She's in the house tonight. And I'm pretty sure by now it's 22, because it's been a pandemic for over a year. And what happens whenever there's obstacles, there's events that happen, entrepreneurs figure out another stream of income to make some money. So I know she's got 22 by now. All right. I understand the 1,400 is for those making 75K or less, single, or 150K or less married. There you go, Victor Marrero. Exactly. That's why I said some of us won't be getting the money. That's just the way it is. But we're still going to have to pay taxes, though. That's the funny part about this. Curtis Davis is in the house. Good evening. Mr. Financial is here. Thank you so much, Curtis, for being here on the Wednesday Night Live. Melody Bonita, does liquidation.com do drop shipping? No, not that I know of. They might have changed up, but they didn't do drop shipping before. But if actually you could do drop shipping now that I'm thinking about it, because you can have it shipped. You have it shipped, so you can ship it to any address. So you could do drop shipping, but they don't do drop shipping like out of the lot itself. That's where the thing. If you're saying pick out one thing and then they send it somewhere, it's not going to happen. You have to get that whole lot shipped to you, or lot shipped to you. All right. Let's go. 7 streams of dreams of income is in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, I love it. Leah Dennis is in the house. Good evening, my good fam. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Moses Tillman, good evening, SSN fam. Good evening to you. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening to spend with us and be here, and I appreciate your support as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what I wanted to talk about real briefly, because we have to monetize ourselves right now. I've been saying this for quite some time, for almost since 3 years, 2.5 years. You cannot keep printing money, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody has to pay the piper. You can't just keep saying we're going to throw the can down the road and say, yeah, we'll spend $2 trillion. Taxpayers are going to have to pay for that. But if a third of the taxpayers don't have money to pay taxes, that means we're going to run deficits, another deficit. And if 28 trillion or 29 trillion is not enough, it's now 30 trillion, because there goes another 2. So you have to think about it now, right? We have to sit there and say, well, eventually somebody's going to pay for it, and we just don't know when it is. So it's almost like when you had that sit in the chairs and then let the music play, and you go around and then you have to sit down in the chairs, and usually somebody can't sit down and somebody's left standing up. That's what's kind of going to happen when this stuff really hits the fan. So you have to position yourself so you have your streams of income coming in. But while you're making money right now, you have to start thinking you need to invest it, ladies and gentlemen. Put it somewhere, making it work for you. You need some streams of income that's working for you, that you can be off on vacation. I always like that one. Everybody likes vacation. Off on vacation, and you're still earning interest on your money, or still earning dividends on your money, still getting orders from something you placed online. That's what you want to do. All right. So think about that. That's why you're going to have to monetize yourself. Everybody knows. That's why we talk about emerging millionaires. We're in the house. All right. Nobody says you get to be a millionaire in 3 weeks. All right. It takes years sometimes. Then, of course, it takes 3 weeks sometimes. But the only way you'll ever know is you have to start. All right. So let's see what we got. It makes the value of the dollar go down too. Exactly. That's exactly what happens when you print money. When you add money to the money supply, that's another, we're up to 30 trillion now. You add money to the money supply, the dollar that you're carrying right now just decreased. That's just what happened. So that means when the dollar goes down, let's just say what I used to be able to buy this morning for $1, I can only now spend, it's going to cost me $1.10. That's called inflation, and that's what happens when you print money. You have to understand a little bit about economics. That's what that means. Looks like I lost you for a second early today, but sorry about that. There must be something going on with the Wi-Fi. But anyhow, sorry. What I was saying, Melody Bonita hit it exactly on the head. The value of your money goes down whenever the government says we're printing $1,400 per whatever person, 75K or less. And the same thing happened a year or 2 years back. Same thing when you do tax cut and tax breaks. Somebody has to pay for this, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, it's the general population. That's us. And then we're paying doubly, because not only does that increase the cost of goods and services, now you're paying tax on what they're printing up as well. Double. And most people don't realize that this is what's happening. And what also is happening is the United States government, Federal Reserve, and all these guys, they're going to be buying up companies, corporations, or investing in them themselves. So these are some of the fallouts from this type of monetary theory, by the way. All right. Let's see. It makes a dollar value go down. Curtis Davis, hey, can you direct or send money to Celsius Network? No. The only way you can make a deal with Celsius Network is you have to invest $25,000 or more. That's it. But then you have to be what you call the accredited investor. But that's the only way. You cannot send cash. You can only send crypto. That's the best thing to do, send crypto. So you have to upload to Coinbase or whoever else you use, and then you have to send the crypto coin or token over to Celsius Network. But, I shouldn't say that. I just realized. Yeah, you don't have to. You can use your credit card, by the way, or debit card. You pay a fee, so you don't have to upload to Coinbase anymore. You can go through them as well. You pay a fee. There's a minimum, but you still pay a fee, and which is the same as Coinbase. I forgot about that. I just didn't do it that way because I didn't realize it at first that they had it, but I was messing around just the other day. So actually, I was wrong about you can directly buy into certain coins on their platform. So just download the Celsius Network. It's down below in the description is the link. You send over, you buy or send over $200 or more, they give you $30 in free Bitcoin. All right? Pretty simple. And also there's other links down below for some more free Bitcoin from Coinbase. You don't have to buy anything. You just sign up with Coinbase. They give you free $10. The link is down below in the description as well. And if that's not enough, there's also Voyager. Voyager, if you send them or buy into $100 or more, because you can buy on the Voyager platform, they give you $25 in Bitcoin for sending 100 or buying $100. So those are the three ways. So you can spend like $300 between Celsius Network and Voyager and get $50 in Bitcoin. That's not a bad deal. All right. So that's all you have to do. Plus, at Celsius, you will have interest earning on your $200 or more. You'll have interest earning daily. Voyager, on the other hand, you can earn interest, but they have minimums. So they'll say you need half an Ethereum token before you can earn interest on their platform. And then it's like 0.2 for BTC, I think it is. So they have these little minimums for most of their coins in order for you to earn interest. So that's a minimum dollar amount, all right, on Voyager. But nonetheless, I was just saying, that's the promos, that's their offers. And of course, I don't know if I loaded it up, but we got to talk about free stocks and bonds, stocks, free stocks with Robinhood and Webull. Links are down below. Pretty simple. We've been talking about this for about a year now, year and a half, to get that. So please do that. And by the way, the other announcement, in case you just now joined us, Zach Wilds from Celsius Network is going to be live with us Friday night. So if you have any questions, you better bring them. He's not going to be out on his Celsius Network. They're going to be out here answering questions. So you can ask them here because you guys know we just don't pick out any questions. We're going to try and get him to answer all these questions if you have them. So I have a few myself. So we're going to find out. Fuel gas going up this month and every spring, April through May. Exactly. April through May, and then a lull, and then June through like September. Standard issue, ladies and gentlemen. There's no difference. It's supply and demand. We know everybody's going to be out here on their vacation, especially with this vaccination situation going on. I don't think there's going to be a problem. So a lot more people's going to be vaccinated. States are opening up. People will be on the road after a year of lockdown, not lockdown, lockdown. There's going to be a whole bunch of activity, and they're going to take advantage, supply and demand. Of course, gas prices go up. And this is why you might want to get into some of the gas, but unfortunately, it's even a bit high for me. You guys know we got MRO at around $4.50, $5. Now it's up around $8, $9. Exxon got in at $30, and it's almost like it's $60. I mean, energy's going up through the roof. And what you have to understand, if you don't understand anything, stop struggling now. I try to get you guys up on all the game on how economics generally work. The dollar is based on oil, the petro. Okay, that's why everywhere else in the world they call it the petrodollar. And this is why we go fight wars over oil, because if oil prices go down, that's not good for the dollar. All right. So they'd rather have the oil prices higher, so that helps the dollar and the United States economy keep rolling along. All right. That is the kicker. So last year, when Russia was messing around with Saudi Arabia, manipulating the oil prices, and it caused a glut, now you know why the United States economy was also taking a nosedive. They go hand in hand. So yes, ordinary citizens, we're paying more at the gas pump. But the top 10 percenters, their stock portfolio is rising a lot. Okay? That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see. All right. Diesel Mike's in the house. Late, but I'm here. You're never late, Diesel Mike. You made it. Thank you so much for being here on the Wednesday Night Live, and I appreciate your support. Tanisha Lyles. Hey, family, checking in. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tanisha Lyles, Miss Price is Right winner. That's right. I'm gonna talk about it. Congratulations once again, and I'm gonna roll that video. I just know it's gonna be demonetized when I do it, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do it on the channel, even though I know the YouTube. But congratulations again. Okay, thanks. Joshua Felder's in the house. Did you ever figure out Uniswap, Eric? No, I did not. I tried to, Joshua Felder, I sent you a message back. So if anybody's used Uniswap, so what happened is I opened up Uniswap. I did open up my Coinbase on the app on my phone, but they don't seem to connect. I don't know if I'm supposed to do something, but I thought it might do an auto connect, but it doesn't recognize it. And I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I'm missing a step. Voyager, a crypto bank, that's what they're trying to be. I have no problem with them so far. The only problem I have with crypto is the one that is standard. If the government can come in and snatch your crypto, that's the question that needs to be answered. Because if the answer is yes, then that means it's a glorified bank. If the answer is no, then that means it is decentralized. Now it makes me a whole lot happier. All right. But that was the idea of crypto in the first place. No government agencies control anything. But in America, that's why Coinbase did what they did. And that's why I'm pretty sure Celsius Network, I'm pretty sure Voyager have to comply with some sort of governmental agencies. But I want to know, if somebody says, I want to snatch your money, which is government agencies, can they? And if they can, well, my enthusiasm for holding my money and making interest goes out the window a little bit. Because once it reaches a certain value, it's not even going to be worth leaving in their wallets. I just rather keep it to myself on my own wallet offline. So I have my bank with me. It's not going to be like a normal bank where they can just roll in and shut you off. If you guys have ever deposited like over $10,000 in a bank and you have balances over that, and actually it could be 10,000 these days. If any of you have ever went into the bank and said, hey, I want like $8,000, and they just say, no, what are you talking about? You got to make an appointment, come back later. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. See, because they're holding it up. So anytime that situation they can hold up and it's your money, that's not a good thing. So if they're being centralized while giving me interest, I have to start thinking, how long am I going to leave it on there? Because I'm not going to let these guys keep my money like that. Because governments, when they need money, they're grabbing it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so maybe Joshua Felder, you'll let me know what I did wrong. Cruises are booked until 2023, exactly. CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines, that's their stock. RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Yeah, their stock's already, well, actually, Carnival Cruise Line is lagging because they actually borrowed so much money. That's why I don't think they went up. Royal Caribbean was in the best cash flow situation before the pandemic. So I don't know if they borrowed that much, but their stock rocketed back up to like 50, 60 real fast. Carnival Cruise Line is still in the 20s. So I don't know if it's really a buy or anything. It probably is, but I'd rather wait to see another month or two, which will probably make it go up to 30 or 40 by then. But we'll see. I can't stand you, MRO, Mr. Bottom, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. Hey, man, you were on the Friday Night Live with us. Yeah, I know. You were telling me, Eric, get Square, get AKTS, get Disney, get all these. I didn't get those. And then I got MRO and AMC and GME and all those. So you won anyhow. But yeah, we can't win them all, right? But yeah, MRO, when it was last year, what was it? $4, $3.50? I can't remember. It's in fact, let me go see. I don't, you guys know I don't really pay attention once oh, wow. Holy smokes. Right on. I didn't realize this was the situation. Oh my goodness. This is a pleasant surprise. $12. This is great. This is really great. All right. This is good. Here we go, Curtis Davis. Last March, it was at the end of March, it was under $4. Okay. After April, it was $4. Went up to 5 May, and then it dropped back down in October. So again, people could have been under $4. So we got in under $4, even if it was 4. So yeah, 200% on your money. We all like 200%, but now we're spoiled. When we don't see movements like that over the last 3-4 months, all of a sudden we get down a little bit. But yeah, that was nice. I didn't realize it was over $10 now. That's beautiful. Man, gotta love it. All right, let's see. I'm missing somebody here. Heading to Punta Cana between May through September to check on my Cana Bay Galaxy investment. Can't wait to close and start bringing in money. Yeah, let me know, Marrero. Let me know when yours closed, because I know it's this year, right? I thought it was somewhere around, this is March, so April. Yeah, I thought it was like now. I guess, they probably had delays due to the pandemic, so there's probably a few months. Silverman Fox, thank you so much for being a member of the channel. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Nice to see you here on another Wednesday Night Live. When oil price too low, they can't afford to refine, etc. There's a base price to get workers paid. Louisiana had trouble. Exactly, Curtis Davis. A perfect explanation, and that's the other part to the equation. There's a whole bunch of reasons. Hello at Tanisha. Curtis Davis, hello, I got my notebook ready. Right on. In 2021, everybody trying to capture all unbanked people, 30 million people. Square, SoFi, PayPal, trying to get bank charter. Exactly. SoFi is going to get it. That's for sure. Square is going to get it. And PayPal, the government never really liked PayPal, but hopefully they get it. PayPal is already operating almost like a bank because you can get loans there. Any of you have money going through PayPal, you can get a PayPal capital loan for your business. No credit check, no nothing. They base it on your revenues. In fact, that's the new standard that's going to be happening for everybody on these fintech banks. If you have $10, $20, $30, $40,000 a month coming through, then you'll be eligible to get loans of $10, $20, $30, $100,000. So just keep that in mind. All right. Wilson Koo's in the house. Good evening, Mr. Bird and fam. Thank you so much, man. Glad to see you here. Joshua Felder, I'll just make a step-by-step video either tonight or later on tomorrow. That way we can turn this problem into a solution. Thank you so much, Joshua Felder. Bring it. Oh, you got to send it to me. Just make sure I'm allowed to upload it on the channel, and I'll do it. Yankee Stacking's in the house. Not a member, but a big fan. Yankee Stacking, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings up another point. They printed more money. Yankee Stacking talks about gold, silver, and precious metal investing, or wealth creation, as I call it, or store of value. But either way, Yankee Stacking is the man when it comes to learning about gold, silver, and precious metals. And he helps you with other things and the way you think about investments into precious metals. He's a big fan of gold and silver. And thank you so much for that donation, Yankee. Appreciate it. And I'm still watching what you do as well, man. That step by step, we'll take it. Eric Surprised, master poker player. That's it. Hey, man, I wish I was. I couldn't beat the big boys. They were good. You know, I was good too, but these guys that played for years and the guys you see on TV, superstars, these guys do nothing but play poker, sleep, dream, eat, go in the pool. They're thinking about numbers and running numbers through their head on what they did last week, the moves they were doing and why it didn't work. I mean, that's what they do, but that's how you have to be the best. That's a business. So in fact, let me talk about poker for an instant. So when Moneymaker won in 2003, the whole world went bananas. Here's a guy who's not a professional poker player, and he's basically a recreational player, and he wins the World Series of Poker. That created a monster. Everybody was going down, learning poker, getting into poker, which meant there's a whole bunch of fish that was in the sea. So from 2003 to about 2006, there was all these fish coming into the sea who knew nothing about poker. So all the players, such as myself and other pros, we were basically been able to take advantage. Our ROI, well, my ROI, I can't say what everybody else's was, but my ROI was 60%. So it was like it was a killing. All right. So every time I rolled on the table, I knew I had an ROI of 60% or more. That was my average ROI, 60%. And the reason why I know what it was is because since I was a professional poker player, I had to file my taxes as such. So that's the thing. So after a few years, my ROI started dropping. The reason why my ROI started dropping was because a bunch of new people were no longer new. They had improved their game over 1 or 2 or 3 years. And some of them excel because just like in real life, there's a top 10% in everything you do, in every business. So same thing happened here. We had like 50 million people come into the marketplace, but 5 million ended up being some pretty good people that could play. So now, and then you start teaching. So then what happens, just like a teacher, you have people that used to play poker, but now their ROI is going down. So now what do? They're coaching now. They're teaching people how to play. They're making money without having to sit at the table or sit online and play. Somebody's shipping them. Yeah, that's going to cost you $5,000 for, an hour a week or something. Or we're going to meet up at the WPT, whatever, masterclass. And then you got 10 people paying $2,000, $3,000 to come down and learn for a weekend. All these offshoots where now you're monetizing yourself because your skills are still awesome. But now that you have, instead of 50 million fish in the sea, now it's down to only 20 million fish in the sea and a whole bunch of great players. Now you have teachers, just like we have now. Everybody who wants to be in business, you're like, I'll be a coach. I'll be a mentor. And so that way they don't have to really do a business. Their business is being a coach or being a mentor. And then you send them money, thousands of dollars, or buy a course. That's what it turns into. So right now they have people who are big time poker players. Instead of them sitting at the poker table, they're sitting there charging people for courses and classes and making them pay. They don't have to sit at the poker table anymore and try to compete with all these people that are great players because they study and study and study. That's what business is all about as well. MRO featured on CNBC this week. Like I always said, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, whenever they talk about on CNBC, it's too late. There we go. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I have to brag. I have to boast. I have to say it like it is. It's real out here in the field. Last year, you could see any of the March, April, May videos on the Friday Night Lives. We're talking about MRO, Exxon, things like that. It's on video, so nobody can say they didn't know about it. All right? Along with the EV plays, along with a bunch of others. So we were talking about it over almost a year ago now. COVID delayed the galaxy closing from April this year to April next year. Oh, so you didn't have to. All right, so you didn't have to put down the remaining amount that you were talking about before, right now, so you can put it down next year. So you have 3 years. So you actually were able to pay 3 years monthly, and then by the time this is delivered, you'll be, man, that means you're going to be better than 50%, especially since it's already increased in value. So over the next year, it's going to increase more. Wow. PayPal gave me one of their loans 2 years ago. Their rates were great, and paying back was automatic from my sales coming through. Exactly. PayPal Capital Loans, business loan. Exactly. That's how they do it. So if you have revenues coming in, ladies and gentlemen, there's a way you can get money. And Square does it as well. All right. 1.9 trillion printing. There was a senator claimed 900 million would have been enough. They always do. It's funny how all the millionaires sit there and count people's pockets whenever they whenever they start talking about, hey, let's give the people 1.9 trillion. All of a sudden they want to start counting pockets. They're hysterical to me. This is our government at work. Anybody run the numbers yet? 1.9 trillion is not going to the people. Because if it was, there's only 325 million people. That would almost be like $5 or $6 grand a person. Think about it. Right. But instead, only certain people are going to get 75. If you make $75,000 or less, or $150,000 as a couple or less, then you're going to get a measly $1,400. And so how many people make $75,000 a year or less? That's like 70% of the population. So you can do the numbers from there. 200 million people are probably going to be eligible for it. So instead of 300 million people, divide the 1.9 by 200 million, that'd be like 8 G's a person. If the true $1.9 trillion was actually going to the people. But it's not. All right. These people teaching business credit tactics from 2009. It's 2021. Stale info. You're right about that. Even information that I was talking about just simply 6 months ago to a year ago has now changed up. Because bottom line to the story, the credit bureaus are acting funny because the fintechs have come out, like the Salt Lendings, the One Dex, who now say, you know what, you guys hold your assets here, and we'll give you loans, no credit check, no qualifying, just like Celsius Network, just like BlockFi, just like Nexo. Everybody can get loans now as long as they have assets. So why would you sit around trying to get credit any longer? I understand you might need credit you might want to buy a house or get a low interest rate as you can for a house or a car. I understand that. But the fact of the matter is, for the future going forward, just step on the gas, invest. Put your money in a vehicle where you can invest, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto, or whether it's yourself for that matter. All right? But you have to invest it while it's working. So it's working while you sleep. And then you can make the phone call, but in this case, the click on the internet and say, hey, I need like 30% of that money. And then they say, okay, click, 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 done. No credit check, no qualifying, no nothing. You got 30% loan to value. Long as it stays 30% loan to value, we're good. That's it. And how about this with Celsius Network? 25% loan to value gets you a 1% loan. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. 1% loan, ladies and gentlemen. So now the race to the top should be in your mindset right now. You should be going, man, I got to get to $100,000 fast as possible, $200,000 fast as possible. Because if they can sit there and say, I'll give a $200,000, you say, I just need like 30 grand, and they go, oh yeah, you can have 30 grand, no credit check, no qualifying. You're good. You can have 50, in fact. You're good. And yet your money is still making more money for you. This is a win-win. And I only owe 1%. Where do I sign up? Inflation's over 10%. So any new money that I make, I'm going to easily pay a 1% loan. Easily. Because if you guys just joined us, please smash that like button. 45 minutes just went by so fast. Smash that like button because I forgot today to mention it early. And Melanie Bonita mentioned it real early in this. We just printed more money, which means your dollar value went down, which means it's going to cost you more money to buy things. And that's the point I've been trying to make about everybody who says I'm going to buy a car or buy something that goes down in value, or even a house for that matter, because the dollars you make next year and the year after is worth worth more than the dollars you're spending right now. So if I owe somebody $100 a month in 2021, and then when 2023 comes around, after inflation has already went like each year 10%, 20, so it's 20%. So now that $100 is like $80. You follow what I'm saying? When it's 2023, it goes down in value. So now you don't care about that $100, and then in about 3 years from now, that $100 is going to be worth like 50 or 60 bucks, because you're going to be making more money. You're going to be making the inflationary money. You'll be making that, instead of making less, you're going to be making 120, 130, because people are paying you in 2023 money. So that's how it works. And that's why the United States government runs a deficit, by the way, because they know as long as they keep running the clock out, like the $30 trillion that is in an IOU right now, 5 years from now, it's not really $30 trillion. And just like when they were running the deficit for the last 20, 30, 40 years, that's how they think. And that's why they never want to really pay it off, because the older it gets, the less value it is. All right. Tanisha Lyles, what are your thoughts on Roblox? Did you invest? No, I did not. If I would have invested, everybody under the community tab, which would have been members only with the icons, they would have known about it. But no, Roblox, a game. So let's talk about Roblox, because I talk about this for all IPOs. Generally what happens, they go up the first day, then the second day, they kind of might rise again, but usually 48 to 72 hours, but we won't be able to find out because tomorrow's Thursday, Friday. Okay, Friday. That'll be by about 72 hours. So 48 to 72 hours, usually it drops back down. It comes back down and it actually goes below IPO price. So we'll see what happens, but it's almost like a 90% every IPO generally does the same thing. There's a reason for that, because the investors didn't pay, I believe they came out at $64.50. In fact, I know that's what they came out with, which that's crazy. But $64.50 is what it came out on the exchange. But the investors invested way less than that. So the stock really isn't worth $64.50. All right? You guys have to understand how they play you. Now, if you would have been on your Webull and been on your Robinhood and in your brokerage account, and you would have saw a pop-up that said Roblox, IPO, get in now, how much do you want to spend? Every person that put in how much they would spend for the Roblox, that basically started determining what the opening price was going to be. And I don't know why people enter that information in to give them that information. Because when you say I'm going to spend $70 a share, another person says 30, another person says 75, they just go, okay, we have all this information. We know we can open it up at $64.50 and we'll be good. Our investors are happy. We're happy. And the general public, Who cares? They're buying it at $64.50. We bought it at $10 a share. And that I don't mean we as in I'm not lucky enough to get in on pre-IPOs. But that's what they're thinking. All the guys that invested early, they're like, man, we bought this for $5 a share, $10 a share, $12 a share. You're going to open this up at $64.50? They're like, oh, yeah, we read everything. It looks like $64.50 is the number. That's what they did. And actually, I'll go pull it up. Let's go look at Roblox. Let's see what it looks like. So it ends at it closed on the day, $69.50. So everybody can see it here. So it did, yeah, it opened at $64.50. It went down to $60.50 apparently, and then it shot up. And then in after hours, it's just meandering along back to almost $70. So we'll see what happens, but I expect the normal thing. I like games, and that game and this company, video game developer, they're very, very popular. So I'll see what it looks like on Friday. That's where I'm I'm just waiting, because otherwise you would have to sell same day the way things are going now. Because if you can get in early, then sell mid-afternoon or something, and then just get out. But in this case, it only moved like 10%. So you would have bought it $64.50, and it went up to 71. So that's the best case scenario. You would have been about 10% up. So is it worth it to sell at 10%? Probably not. But I suspect that it'll be under $64.50. If not Friday, then it'll be Monday. And we'll find out, because Monday night live, and we'll find out because I'm going to do the Friday night live. So we'll see if it holds just like normal. But I wouldn't probably be buying this at all at this price point. I think it should be less, quite frankly. But we'll see what happens. But did you buy is the question. Tanisha Lyles, I did not buy. Everybody's a 10% in 2021. Economy collateralized plus interest. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. That's exactly what I like to hear. And that is the talk we're talking about here at Stop Struggling Now. You have to listen to some of this. If you want to be a top 10%er, invest as much as you can into collateralized loans for yourself. But it's not even really collateralized. Because here's the thing. When we go to a bank, and in the old days, this was to improve your credit score. You would get a secured loan. So I have $2,000 in my bank account, and I say, hey, I want a loan against that. All that did was it just got me a credit bureau. That's all it did. All right. And so whatever I did with the $2,000, that's fine. In this new era, we're keeping it at Celsius Network, Voyager. We're keeping it somewhere where we're earning interest on our money. We're not looking for my $2,000 sitting at a bank or a credit union right now earning 0.1, 0.05, 1%, 3%, all that nonsense. I could have it sitting at Celsius Networking earning 10%, 12%, 13%. I mean, this is crazy. Just so you know the power of 72, ladies and gentlemen. How do you know when you double your money? You divide it by 72. That's how many years it's going to take. So if you have a 10% note, 10% interest, if you're earning 10% interest, every 7 years your money doubles. If it's compounding daily, that's a whole nother story. It'll reduce the amount of time that it doubles. So this is why banks, they're going to be done as far as I can see. So this is why they're putting on all this FUD and all this stuff. The last video that I put out, Goldman Sachs, well, it's not the last because I've been putting out videos lately. Goldman Sachs last year, in May 2020, talking about crypto's not an asset, but yet here we are in March of 2021, and they added the crypto to their asset class, but they didn't put any press release out. They just added it so when people go in to look at the asset classes, they see crypto there now. All that FUD for 10, 12 years just went away. Because why? Celsius Network, BlockFi. Look, BlockFi seems to be a problem to me. They got hacked. These guys are running around getting investments from banks, acting like they want to be a bank. I don't know about BlockFi, but they give interest on your crypto. The Winklevoss twins are involved. So I can't say anything bad about it. Voyager is the same thing. They want to be like a bank. So we'll see what happens, how this all shakes out. But there's a new frontier. So you have to be on board. This is how you stay ahead of the game, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why you should be dumping your money into crypto and stocks. Either way, you're not going to lose. All right? You heard it here. You're not going to lose. Don't believe all these guys that are holding, they have interest in a lot of people go on CNBC, Bloomberg, and they say a lot of things, but behind closed doors, they're doing the opposite. All right? Every 10%er. Melody Bonita, some of the stimulus go to state, county, and city programs like EBT. Some goes to businesses through SBA, EIDL, and PU. Who knows where the rest of the money goes? Exactly. And you do know where the PPP and the EIDL money went last time, to millionaires and billionaires. Fisher Island in Florida, somehow these guys are getting EIDL and PPP money and they're millionaires. It's craziness. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. It's out of control. That's why the millionaires don't want to give the money to the people. And that's why the 1.9 doesn't go to the people. Just like Melanie Bonita said here, SBA, EIDL, PPP, that's where they're skimming their millions from. Just like last time. It's going to happen again. There's people taking their old parents' economy habits, paying off car in 2021 is the most stupidest idea. You just created dead money. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Money was king when there's the Great Depression, maybe. But even in the Great Depression, you could have kicked money around like it was paper, which it was. Stacks and stacks of money, just like Venezuela right now. It's not really money. Reblocks opened at 75. It was priced at 45. I don't know. But today I was reading earlier, it said 64.50. But if it opened at 75, then that's not good. Because now it's only 70. Or it closed at 69.50. So, yeah, it might have been priced at 45, but by the time it hits the exchange, just like always, we know what happens. I dedicated myself to learning credit for a year and a half, and now it's worthless. However, learning crypto is way better because now I am the bank, not these greedy banks. Exactly, Joshua Felder. And by the way, learning the credit for a year and a half is not worthless. You still have let's say a 700 plus score. You can still utilize that because that's what the real world economy uses is credit score still. So no, you're still in the driver's seat. You're still fine. And that's still going to be in play. They're just going to change the FICO a little bit like the FICO 10 came out and the FICO Resilience Index I keep talking about. And there's some other credit changes as well. But your scores, anybody with the 700 plus scores, you're still going to get the better interest rates. So no, it's not dead. It's all good. You know what the criteria is to improve your credit score. So actually it's still in play. It's just that now we're going to try and move into the era where we're going to be earning money while we sleep on our money. So in other words, back in the day, which Curtis Davis just mentioned, grandparents, great-grandparents, they're the ones talking about cash is king and all this nonsense. The thing is, back in the day, they had no problem. They could leave their money in the bank because the bank said, we'll give you 7% on your money. We'll give you 6% on your money. Where's that at? That hasn't been a thing for about 10 years other than for a credit union. DCU, 6%, but only up for the first 1,000. After that, they cut it way down. 1%, 2% over anything over 1,000. So the days of 6, 7, 8% on your money while sitting at a bank, that's done. So if they're going to play that game and a Celsius network comes out and a Nexo comes out and they say, hey guys, we'll give you 7, 8, 10% on your money. Just keep it with us under the crypto name. I'll keep it under the crypto name. The reason why? Because as you know, Joshua Felder, crypto will keep going up in value. Certain one of them, not all of them, but certain crypto goes up in value. So I love the idea of putting money in a Nexo or a Celsius and Just like if you'd have put your money in Nexo or Celsius, BTC was like 50,000 last week. It's 55,000 or 56,000 right now. So the beauty of this is it's not a dollar bill. So the dollar just went down in value, stayed the same. But if you're holding crypto, even if it was BTC, you now own more money. It went up in value and you didn't do anything. And you're earning interest on the higher price. So that means I'm earning more interest. So is my 10% 10%? No, my 10% has now increased because my interest that I'm earning is higher than the $50,000. I'm earning interest on the $56,000. And I'm getting more interest, which now means my APY on what I initially sent over is higher. I love how a plan comes together. And then now you're going to tell me all I got to do is say, hey, you know what? I need some money to borrow against. And all I got to do is hit some buttons and it's done in about 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Where do we sign up for that? There's no underwriter. Nobody checking my credit to say, hey, you got 750 here, but you got like 15, 20 accounts. What's going on? I don't think we want to give you a loan. None of that. It's over. Now that's why Goldman Sachs has to jump on. In addition to pre-IPO price $12, you get warranty rights to purchase more at $15. Oh my. Is that Roblox? Because if that's the case, at 15, geez, gotta love that. Lately, I've been investing while you're live. I don't purchase anything until I get the family's input, so I will wait to see what happens by Friday. Tanisha Lyles. That's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for saying that, because as you said, we have a lot of people that understand investing here in the chat room and watching the live stream. So I got to say, I would hold up as well. But we're going to find out, right? We put our money where our mouth is. So I'm glad to hear you hold up, and we'll find out Friday, Monday. We're going to find out pertaining to new IPOs. Yeah, all IPOs generally the same. That's right. Don't believe the mainstream media. Exactly. Once Walmart, a major retailer, accepts crypto, game over. Exactly, Curtis Davis. It's already game over. There's some other companies that have started talking about buying and using Bitcoin, of all things. Bitcoin is like, for transactional purposes, that isn't even the coin, but they're doing it. They're buying it. And that's why the price is going up, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, let's go look at it. I haven't even looked at it. I saw 56. Let's go see what happened. I'll go look it up. Let's go find out where we at. Because there's 4 other companies that said that they're going to be buying Bitcoin. So we're at 55,870 right now. Oh, I went to the wrong spot. I'll go to Coinbase. Coinbase, free $10 down below in case you're new and haven't downloaded Coinbase yet. All right, let's see. Where's the prices? Let's go check this out. All right, 55,945. Pretty close. We'll just call it 56. All right, Sushi Swap up 250%. That's not tradable. You can't buy it on Coinbase. One of the downfalls. All right, the Graph, one of my early ones, it's at $2 now. It used to be around 70, 60, 70 cents at one time a month ago. This is hysterical. All right, Bitcoin. Well, this one says 56,000, so I don't know. That's 24 hours. So we're just going to call it $56,000, right? So it looks like whoever would have bought Bitcoin just last week, you got 10% gain. And that also means if we're earning 6.2% at Celsius Network, which is what we're earning, and now it went up 10%, that means I'm earning more than 6.2%. Plain and simple. Gotta like it when a plan comes together. All right, Joshua Felder, straight facts. Curtis Davis, exactly. He's always dropping facts, Mr. Financial. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the Roblox is the new play. But I don't, like I said, I didn't invest in it. I know it's going to come down. I haven't really looked into it, but anything that has to do with video games, it's kind of like that is the future. The future has been here for a while, but these guys are monetizing it like never before because they have in-game monetary situations where they can get you to buy tools, weapons, hats, shirts, suits, certain things like that. And now we have those NFTs, which I still can't wrap my heads around. But if you can do an NFT and you can get into the game and get weapons and get armor and things like that, and you can give them to other people through the NFTs, that's major. So, and I like also with the NBA, I studied a little bit of that today, NFT, where the NBA gives people like these little video clips, and everybody says yes, just like I said early on. Yeah, that video clip I can get anywhere. Well, come to find out, they're branding it under the NBA. So yes, you can get the video clip from anywhere, but the video clip is like almost I akin it to a trading card, where it's like the old Topps card, Fleer cards. So in this case, it's the NBA video clip. It's not just a video clip that I found on YouTube. It's the NBA branded video clip, and now I own it on the NFT. So I could see where something like that would work. That can work. I get that. But just any old art, I just still can't get it. That's all. Somebody made a picture of a girl with balloon and then made another picture, and he sold he burnt the picture, but the real picture, not the one on the internet, the real picture, he burns the picture, but then he has it digital, and then he sold the digital version of it, which made the digital version more expensive, because now the original doesn't exist, and the person who bought that digital NFT, he's the only one that has it. So now rarity is a thing. So it seems that if somebody wants that image, they can't copy it anywhere. So now he created value, which is very interesting. I think he sold it for like $300,000. Crazy stuff is happening. Gotta love what's going on right now. All right, fintechs in your town are going to be like, I'm sorry, but we don't accept fiat currency. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's what's going to happen. I mean, here's the funny part. I've been to a few places, and I can't remember where I was. I don't know if it was in Dominican or if it was back in Florida, and somewhere, I can't remember. And somebody said, do you have cash? And I started laughing. I was like, are you serious? Who carries cash anymore? I was like, why would I ever have cash on me? That doesn't even make sense to me. I was like, that's crazy. No, I don't have cash. That was funny, but that's what it is going to be like, because it's already like that for me. Tuesday, some EV rebounded, Blink, Fuel Cell, Penn. Hey, they all rebounded. Wait till next week. Wait till 3 weeks from now when the 1,400 or the 2,800 or the whatever thousands get in people's hands, because people are committed now. They're smarter than they used to be. They're sitting there saying, you know what? I've seen so many posts where people are like, I'm putting my whole check into crypto. I'm putting my whole check into the stock market. Literally, that's what people are saying. I'm like, man, this is a great time to be alive, because if you have the extra streams of income to invest, the stock market and crypto asset classes are going to continue to rise. You just got to be in the game. But that's it. Yeah, they're all going to rebound. Hey, we talked about this before. This is what the top 1%ers do. They try to get the market to go down so then they can buy for cheaper, because when they buy it cheaper, just like right now with crypto, it went down to 46,000 last month. So whoever bought at that level, now it goes to 56. They just got 20%, 25% on their money. That's why you want volatility. You want stock market or crypto prices to go up and down. And if you're a day trader or any other type of trader like that, you're thinking, man, this is beautiful. Transfer of wealth is happening, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to be in the game. You have to understand what they're doing to you. And yes, I made videos last week talking about it. The week before that about it, when I said it's going to go down, buy more. Don't be scared. I gave you the stats. Every time the stock market goes down, 100% of the time it goes back up. You just don't want to buy up and you don't want to reverse it. You don't want to buy high and sell low. You want to buy low, sell high. All right? And just because you have EVs and they went down 50% and then they went down another 10%, that doesn't mean it's time to sell. Just because CNBC goes, well, see, I told you so, just like Tesla. When Tesla went under $600, CNBC, they're sitting there going, see, well, we told you so. We told you it would go down. Don't invest in Tesla. Then the next day, it goes up 10%. Then they have it, oh, see, Tesla's a great company. See, they bounced right back. Hey, don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. TV is just for you. It's mind control. But you got to think about it. It's your money, your investment. Don't let them fool you like this. All right? But what you were supposed to do was when it was under $600, you were supposed to buy more. And members of the channel know that I bought more because it was under 600. I couldn't believe it. I thought I missed out. I did miss out on Tesla because I was like the other old school guys going, they don't make money. How come their stock keeps going up? What's going on here? Something's not right. So I never invested in Tesla. They never made money, ever, for the last like 10, 12 years. I was like, no, how can I invest in that? Meanwhile, their stock goes from $15 to $30 to $50 to $100 to $200 to $300. And I'm like, what the heck's going on here? They still didn't make money. Even when their stock was $300, they were still losing millions. I was just like, this is insane. But just like most investors, everybody has their own investment style. Some people are looking at me like, Eric, what's wrong with you? They're not a car company. They're a tech company in reality. And look at all this stuff that they can do. And I'm like, what? Get out of here with that. That's not nowhere on the horizon. Sure enough, it's on the horizon now. And those people were able to capitalize on it because they invested when it was $200 or $150 or $100. So this thing went all the way up to $600, $700, $800, did a split. And now, I mean, they've already tripled their money, tripled their investments, 10 times their investment. It's crazy. But I was still in denial. So you can't win them all, but it's okay. I'm Johnny come lately to Tesla. So I'm still winning. My dollar cost average is way low, which is incredible. Even though I wasn't able to get in at the 300 number, but mine is still very low. It's not even in the fives. So we're still doing good. So when I bought some Tesla, that also meant my dollar cost average went up, quite frankly. The Gronk, NFL player doing NFT, exactly. It makes sense to me. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. If you have a legitimate object or something that is only for you or branded only for you, then I can understand it because that'd be like a trading card. So if I have a limited edition trading card and then there's a regular trading card, okay, so now the limited edition is going to hold more value because it's specially made. So that's what an NFT could be. It could be specially made with the branding. So now that's going to have more value. I can see that. So that's why the NFT is probably going to work. There are people bought crypto for 56 cents and now it's $6. Exactly. It's still happening right now. Just like the graph, it was 50, 60 cents like a month and a half ago. Here it is at $2. Somebody said the GME moved, now the short squeeze, but gamma squeeze hit 321. Yeah, it looks like I sold early. Remember I told everybody I bought it 120, 126, sold it 189, 190. And it went up after that. And $300, unbelievable. Could have done serious damage, but I took the 50% for the win. All right, but I could have done 300% for the win. It looks like, or pretty close. It would have been like 250% for the win. But anyhow, can't cry over spilt milk. We still made money. That's what counts. Indoor stock or in Nintendo, baby, next short squeeze. I don't know about Nintendo. Let's go look it up. Is that over the counter? Okay. Is it NDOY? Is that even it isn't. It's okay. It's Nintendo and ADR. representing or okay. Well, it's going down right now, but that doesn't mean anything. 5 days down, 1 month, 6 months, 70 back to 70. Highs and lows. Well, then, and it's 0.81%. Well, we'll find out, but I don't know if there's going to be a short squeeze on Nintendo. That'll be interesting. All right, well, we'll find out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, an hour and 15 minutes. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And once again, I want to remind everybody, this Friday, Zach Wilds from Celsius Network. You see him on the Celsius Network channel on all their lives with Machinsky. So he's going to be here Friday night. So don't miss it. If you have any questions, write them down because we're going to ask him questions. As long as he can stand it, as long as he can stay, it's going to be very interesting because you guys, as it stands right now, just like I loved Cloud Token when it came out 2 years ago. All right. And Cloud Token is still clicking, ladies and gentlemen. They were actually, in my opinion, they were the first ones talking like how Celsius Network and BlockFi and all these guys are doing now. They were the first ones talking about giving people interest on their money nightly. Every night at midnight, they give us interest on our money. They were the first ones talking about using a debit and credit card. They actually had debit and credit cards working from their crypto wallet. And then the government, of course, was like, whoa, these guys are already ahead of the game. Hold on here. We can't have that. Now, they weren't in the United States, of course, but other countries also don't want people to bypass their fiat currency either. So they were like, oh, no, we can't have this. They're already, and Cloud Token was actually going one step further. This is why I believed that they had to be stopped. So it wasn't good enough that they had their own Cloud Token, their own wallet where people are earning interest every day and at midnight it's dispensed to them. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part was when they started going, guess what? We're going to have a Cloud Token cell number that works worldwide and you pay one time. That was the problem. They were about to do some crazy stuff. They were trying to make deals with different along with telecommunications companies, and they were saying like they're going to have a network worldwide that you pay one time. And they were going to use, of course, their Cloud Token, which would be a utility token to pay. That's what was major. I was like, okay, they're getting out of hand here. So they had the debit card, they had interest paying every night. They had a wallet. They had it going on. And then the governments were like, hold on a minute. We got to check this out. We got to ban them. We got to hold them up. So they had lawsuits. They had government agencies stopping them. The crypto is still sitting at their Ethereum wallets and their wallets. The beauty about crypto is if if I send you money on crypto, I know your wallet address. So when we send money to Cloud Token, we know their Ethereum number. We know their BTC number. The good news about Cloud Token is nothing has been sent out or removed from their address. So we know the money is still sitting there. That's the beauty of blockchain, which is also why the banks don't want you to know. Because if you knew that you can see their inflows and outflows, then you'll be sitting there going, why am I getting 0.5% on my money? Why am I getting 0.5% interest when you guys just sent over, what is that, $30 billion that we can see that you have in profit and you're giving us nothing? Now you know why Celsius Network, BlockFi, and Nexo are a thing. So again, get your free money. The links are down below. Celsius Network down below. You deposit $200 or more over at Celsius Network, or send $200 or more of crypto over to Celsius Network, you get a free $30 of BTC. The same works for Voyager. Send $100 or more over to Voyager, you get $25 free BTC. And if you want to deal with Coinbase, who's going to do an IPO, you get free $10 from Coinbase. The links are all down below. And if you want free shares of stock, Robinhood, Webull, links are down below. Please smash that like button. And as you know, on Wednesday night, we don't do too long. So we're only going to run this for about another 5 to 10 minutes. So if you want to talk about any stocks, let me know. And again, I want to thank Yankee Stacking for the donation for the night. I appreciate it. Softball questions on Friday. Dude, Curtis Davis, it's real in the field. Why do you think nobody wants to come on the show? We're not doing none of this. No, it's the real deal. We got to find out. Okay, look, in fact, if they're watching this right now, here's some softball questions. I want to know where the money is. Who's holding the money? Who has the custody of this crypto? Because the bottom line of the story is, here's what a bank does. Bank takes my money, and once I give my money to the bank, and then I roll back in there and say, hey, I want my money, they start hemming and hawing. That's what I'm talking about. Who's holding the custody of this money? Because we don't hold the keys. Now, that's what I want to know. That's a main problem for me. Security issues. They haven't been hacked. Celsius hasn't been hacked. BlockFi has. But Celsius hasn't been hacked, so we need to know where the custody of these things are. That's for number one. All right? Number two, we also need to know things such as this interest rate that you have. Like right now, I got stuff that's 13.55%. How long are these percentages guaranteed, if they are guaranteed at all? Because how this works is, I'm thinking in my head, it's liquidity, right? So liquidity could change depending on the coin. So are these interest rates that you're spouting every week, I mean, do they change? What's going to happen? I want to know that it's a year long at least, or there's some cutoff dates. I don't want to hear we can change the interest rate because of some reasonings. I want to find out what's going on. So no, there's no softball questions coming. I'm still waiting for him to show up, but it's not going to be any, it's not going to be a bad conversation. We just want to know what's happening, because it's going to be one of those things where we are hoping that the government isn't able to jack us. Like people could have millions of dollars sitting over there. And then the next thing you know, you wake up one day and it's like, wait, the app's not opening. Where's my money? What's happening? So when you do major products created, the government can stop it and slow it down. People thought Cali was a guaranteed boom in marijuana, still in limbo. Exactly. All the dispensaries, all the people that came over here to Cali because they thought that weed was going to be a thing. No, they found out real fast. The federal government still says it's illegal, so you can transport, still going to get hemmed up, even with your license. It's crazy. Friends of mine tried to run in that business, and it's still the drug business. It's the drug business. You show up, people are trying to still jack you. Just like a normal, old-fashioned, illegal drug business, that's what's happening in the legal drug business. Funny stuff. Eric, I missed out on EV, Baidu stocks, thoughts. What do you mean you missed out on EV? What do you mean? You didn't miss out. You were right here with us. Baidu, yeah, we all missed out on that. I just got to say what it is. We all missed out on that. But like I said, we can't win them all. But we've won quite a few. I will say that. I mean, we've won quite a few, Curtis Davis. You can't be in all of them. Here's Baidu. Members of the channel. Here's the Baidu. Look at this. Yeah, year over year, 154%. I don't know. We missed out on it. That's for sure, because I thought Baidu was something different. Because a friend of mine was in Dominican Republic like 10 years ago, and he used Baidu, which was like a social media platform. And it was kind of crazy. So that's what I thought this was. I was like, what the heck? But no, 154%, that's cool. But I don't think we missed out on anything, quite frankly. LDLOMIMGI jumped up, and UAVS coming back. Right on. I'm glad to hear this. Hold on. Let me see something here. Bidol. Yep. Pop up today. Oh, yeah, they're all coming back. Let me see. Do I have this on the screen? Yeah, I have it on the screen. OMI. Yep. Paper and pen. These all dropped. This is amazing. This is amazing what happened. In the last 5 days, 10% movement easily. 16% movement. 1 month. 35% movement. OMI, Owen Minor. In fact, Curtis Davis, you were talking about this like, was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Here goes some more gems, ladies and gentlemen. Here goes some more gems. MoneyGram. Oh, yeah, MoneyGram is so cheap. I still can't believe they're this cheap. We were talking about this like 6, 7 months back when Curtis Davis was saying, hey, man, Square, MoneyGram, PayPal, SoFi, all that. 158% just in the last 6 weeks, spoiled. And by the way, thanks for reminding me tonight, Curtis Davis. I never did buy MoneyGram, even though I had it on my list, which I lost my list because at one time you told me, and at the time it was like $3, $4. And I was like, yeah, I'll spend like $75, $100 on it. No biggie. And now look, it's doubled. It's actually tripled. It was $3. So it's just 2.5 times the money pretty much. See what happens? But we can't win them all. But I think at $7.80, that's still cheap. Quite frankly, I don't know who wouldn't think, and even right now at $7.81, it was just at $11 February 17th, a month ago. Right, that's where it rightfully should be. They just made a deal. So MoneyGram is major to me. They're underpriced. Thanks for bringing that up. In fact, hold on. Tomorrow's still a good day. Got to write it down. MGI. I never added that. So thank you, Curtis Davis. We need the maximum amount on sell. He ain't leaving the live until he gives more interest. I like that. I like that, Joshua Feller. That's funny right there. He's not leaving the live until they give more interest. I like that. Oh, Warren Buffett EV play. BYD buses. Oh, yeah. Here comes Warren Buffett. Here he comes. He says, all right, don't worry about this, guys. Here I come. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't know if he's doing BYD, though. Let me know if that's what he's doing. Because it's a Chinese company. But they do bikes, solar. In fact, this company right here is running on BYDDF over the counter. Underrated. Look at this. Well, it's doubled in 6 months. See, we're spoiled right now. Things are doubling in 6 months, doubling in a month, doubling in 3 months. I mean, geez. And now look, they dropped in 1 day from 25. Let's see. So they've been up. They're in the buy zone, it looks like. And somehow they get 0.092%. So battery-powered bicycles, buses, forklifts, solar panels, rechargeable batteries, trucks, Shenzhen, and they have 2 subsidiaries, BYD Automobile and BYD Electronic, was founded in February 1995, Curtis Davis. I like that, BYDDF. Okay, anybody, please help me. I still need that over-the-counter market free trade. E-Trade charges me $4.99 to buy and sell over the counter. So if anybody knows where I can get over the counter at no cost, let me know. AKTS, 6%, VZ, more 5G play, exactly. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis Davis laying it down. AKTS, Verizon, biggest network, that's a 5G play. AKTS is a little bit more than 5G play, but they're underrated right now, 6%. They all went down. Everybody has opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to believe. So when you think semiconductors, you think 5G, you think about all the suppliers, you think about electronic vehicles, you think about robo-taxis, you think about autonomous driving, you think about going into space. All this is happening now. If you can get in on the ground floor, this build-out's going to take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So therefore, the values are going to rise over time because we're going to have inflation. It's a lovely thing that's going to happen. So today, what cost $100 per product item to put into a satellite $100 to put into a mobile phone, it could cost more in the future. And not really cost more, but because the dollar has decreased, you need more dollars to buy the same thing. It's a win-win. So that's why we keep saying, go with the future stocks. Western Union, MoneyGram must have to change their whole business model thanks to crypto fintechs and the Cash App. Yes, MoneyGram, though, is already trying to partner with the crypto guys to run across their network. Because remember, MoneyGram and Western Union, they're hooked in to a whole bunch, millions and millions of places around the world. So they made a deal. I'll probably talk about it on Friday night. So that's why MoneyGram at 781, undervalued, big time. Eric, we are spoiled. 2x and 3x in 6 months. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's out of control. The FUD real suppress market until they are seated. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. You know, they want to get their behinds in the seats. Meanwhile, they're telling you all the bad, don't do it. You know, don't worry about it. Yeah. That's how they stay ahead. Like I said, they're not smarter. They just know how to manipulate the system a little better. That's pretty much it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're about to wrap this up on a Wednesday Night Live. I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to thank you, especially members who are in the chat, because you are supporting the channel. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And that's why I started doing a little bit more videos and a few other things, videos and live. I said, you know what? I'm just going to start putting a whole bunch of things out because there's nothing happening. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So, you know, we're going to make it happen. Whoever your cell phone carrier is, you should definitely have their stock in your portfolio. I don't feel bad making my payments to Verizon. Exactly. And in fact, Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T. AT&T gives out for 52 years. They give out dividends. It's $2.08 a year in dividends for every stock you hold for AT&T. They're at about $30. So that means it's probably around 7%. And in fact, since I'm talking about it, I'll just pull it up because you guys know how we do this. AT&T stock. Let's go look and see what it is. Yep, $29.99. Pretty close. Wasn't that far off. There's AT&T, and right now at that price point, 6.9% dividend payments annually. $2.08 split divided by 4 is 52 cents per share that you get every 3 months. That's what we get. All right. Now, Verizon, what are they? 50 some dollars, 57, as you guys can see. T-Mobile should be around what? 120, 125, 127. There we go. All right. So you guys can see all that. Those are the mobile, and T-Mobile is one of the largest 5Gs. Verizon, obviously, but not to mention, these guys also have cloud storage, cloud subsidiaries, which is going to be another big time play. This is why Amazon is major. This is why Google's major. This is why Apple's major as well. All right. There's going to be cloud storage. Somebody's going to have to be running this artificial intelligence worldwide. Satellites got to bounce. They got to bounce off satellites. Come on. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't rocket science. Great live. Thank you so much, Joshua Felder. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the videos, quotes, and live chat, Eric. Thank you so much, Tanisha Lyles. Miss Price is Right winner. I like it. In fact, I'm going to run a video. I just don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I mentioned it already. I'm going to run a video about that. Melanie Bonita, thank you so much. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Miss 21 streams of income. I'm going to start calling her Miss 22 streams because I know she has 22 by now. Go check out her books on Amazon.com. You can go there under her name, Melanie Bonita, and it can help you out no matter who you are. She talks about a lot of things which has to do with psychology, sociology, making money, women and making money, men and making money, everybody making money. She talks about a few subject matters, and that's why people call her up. That's how she's able to monetize herself. That's what you should be doing. Any way you can monetize yourself, do it. And that's what social media is good for. Social media is great for. That's what we do. And speaking of all that, I guess I should say down below in the description, almost near the very bottom, is where we have the Stop Struggling Now social media websites. All right. Please join us, even though most of everything we do here. All right. So I'm still working on those 21 streams of income, trying to be like you when I grow up. That's it. Hey, if we can get those 21, I'm like trying to get to, I'm good with 7. She's like, hold my beer. I got 21. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's killing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's it for tonight. We're going to wrap it up. And I want to thank you so much for being here. And I again want to thank Yankee. And if you're into gold and silver, you got to go see Yankee Stacking's channel if you want to learn more about gold and silver and keeping that, because gold and silver right now, again, I'll say it again, you need to buy right now. It's imperative. Now, they printed more money. Silver does the same thing. Silver goes up with inflation. So this is why 2 years ago it was $13, $14 an ounce for silver. And that's why now it's $24, $25. Okay. It goes with inflation. So this is why you got to go buy either the ETF, okay, or you go buy the physical. And either way, you got to get in. All right. But go watch his channel for the gold, silver, precious metals. Get some copper, get some uranium, EURN. Here, I'll give you guys some of the stuff. EURN. We'll do that. We'll do PLG, P as in Paul, L, G as in George. We'll do AUY. And of course, one of my favorites is D as in David, RD. They're all down right now. And DRD gives me dividends. I'm trying to think of everybody that gives dividends. AUY, I think, gave me dividends. I'm not sure. Let's see, who else am I missing? PLG does not give dividends. AUY, I've already mentioned. DRD. Oh, SIVR. All right. G as in George. OL. D as in David. Gold. That's undervalued right now. It's around $20. All right. So that's another one. That's the stock that you can buy. But you should also get a little bit of physical. And a little bit is relative to you. If you think a little bit is $100 worth of silver, so be it. If you think a little is $5,000, so be it. Whatever you have that you can invest a little bit to get some, you should get some. Because one day, silver is going to act like this. It's going to act like a Tesla. All right. It's going to act like one day it was $20 and now you're going to wake up and it's $150. That's what's going to happen because it works against inflation. All right. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying with that, but that's where you got to go with it. All right. You can do it too at Joshua Felder. Let's go. That's what we're trying to do here. It's teamwork around here. All right. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for watching. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. This is why the focus is on making money, getting those streams of income. Then what do you do with the extra money you have? You have to invest it. That should be your mantra for 2021 and 2022. Every little extra money, extra little cash flow you have, you got to dump it into money making, earning interest vehicles, Celsius Network or stock market. Those are your first two that you got to go to right now. All right. And you can borrow against each because they're assets. All right. Both work like a margin account. But the more money you have, the more money you can borrow. And again, no credit check, no nothing. And I got to tell you something else. When you buy real estate with a margin account, you can. All right. Some of you might know when you buy a house, they sit there and say, how much money do you have in the bank and all this crazy nonsense? And so you can only use that for down payment. Well, guess what? You can use money out of your margin account as down payment. And it's not, they don't sit there and ask you questions about it. All right. That's the first thing. The second thing about borrowing against yourself, you're not going to pay taxes on the money you borrow because you didn't sell it. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Top 10 percenters, this is what they do all the time. This is why they stay wealthy, because they don't have taxable events. Some people sit there and go, well, these guys make all this money. How come they don't pay tax? Well, here you go. This is how they don't pay tax. Because when they have, let's call it $1 million sitting somewhere, they don't go and take out the $1 million. They just go, hey, man, give me the $400,000 I need to go do something. I'm borrowing against it. That's not a taxable event, ladies and gentlemen. Do you get it? So this is how they don't pay taxes. And yet they're still making money on the money, and they're still sitting there paying it back, but no taxable event. Are you getting it? I hope you are. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.